Rivalry games in sports are always weird, crazy, drunk, whatever synonym you can think of. You could use it for rivalry games, right? Because it doesn't matter what the record is. It doesn't matter what's happened in the games before it, right? And that's what this game was between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks, in which nothing went to script till the end, where it ended like most of these games do between these two teams, right? So let's get into that, shall we? The 49ers lost 23-30 to the Seattle Seahawks. The record is now 6-6, and like most losses this season, this was a complete team loss. Like, yes, I can understand blaming a certain QB for throwing two inexcusable interceptions, right? And if you want those types of takes, I suggest go on Twitter, all right? But here's the thing about it, this team did not play a complete 60-minute game. Like, they still had a chance to tie the game, or at least in the game with a 2-point conversion to win the game, right? That, and that's just because of the talent on this team, right? Like as I said with every loss this team has had this year, they did not play a full game, right? Like let's start with this offense, right? So goal for the past few weeks has been run it 40 times and let Jimmy throw only when he's needed to, right? And not needing his arm to win the game, right? The offense is not built for that, but the offense this game was like that for and I it's so weird with the Seahawks, right? How they just know how to do this to the 49ers, like, right? And here's the thing about this is with every loss this year, this season. If Jimmy's throwing more than like 27 times a game, they lose. And like I can just sit here and explain his vision, his mobility, all that, right? But here's the thing about it. He's the same QB every week, right? He needs the perfect conditions to be a serviceable quarterback, right? And the conditions were not there. When you're opening drive, your running game is not there. You're you're gonna have problems, right? And like here's the thing, I can go on and on about Jimmy Garoppolo, right? But here's the thing about it. As I said before, he's the same QB every week. It gets tiring. If you want to hear my thoughts on Jimmy Garoppolo, go to one of my older videos recapping of 49ers loss. You will hear more of that, or go to another podcast, another video recap series, whatever. You hear the same takes everywhere, and I'm tired of doing that, right? So yeah, let's just move on. Okay, let's move on to the line. They had their moments, right? Sometimes Jimmy had all day to throw, right? Good, all that. But sometimes in the clutch, they just failed, like Tom Compton, right? They're on the goal line because Seattle Russell Wilson threw a pick, right, into the end zone, right? Which are I think some of the worst picks in all of football, right? Because you're making your offense have to work extra, even though it is a turnover. And here's the thing about it, this line is not built currently for passing. Tom Compton can't be a passing lineman. Like Carlos Dunlap destroyed him and got a safety that basically was like a turning point for this game. And it's just overall like a weird game. This was a weird game, right? And you can see that with the run game, right? I know they were without Debo, right? He's like, but still weird that they couldn't just straight up run the ball. Like Elijah Mitchell, right? He was himself, despite not getting 100 yards. But everything just seemed off with the blocking and everything. Like for a team that is built off of running, it's weird. I forget who said it, right? But here's the thing about play action, right? I think play action wasn't really called this game a lot, right? That can also open up a run game, right? Run game does not just open up play action. Play action can open up the run game, and I just never fully really see that. Like Kittle got rushing yards, a rush attempt this game. Like this is how weird Kyle was trying to get rushing attempts. Like they had half. Like I just don't know about Seattle. Is just a weird team, right? It's just a team that Kyle Shanahan can't outcoach, right? He gets outcoached. Some good stuff that for this offense, right? Kittle went off. That's always fun to see, right? That tightrope catch was great, right? Just uh, just a very weird offensive game. Let's talk defense. Here's the thing: this was the D line's best game, right? Got to the QB regularly all game, but the corners basically ruined the performance in a way, right? But it's weird to blame the corners really because, well, you can blame them and rightfully so blame them, but it's weird to blame them, right? Because you got very old Josh Norman, right? And then Emmanuel Mosley got injured. Then Demo came in, he got burnt. Obviously, if you're going against Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, or Lockett, right, you're gonna get burnt. Just the way it is, right? And then they replace him with the last resort for a cornerback in Dante Johnson. So it just shows that what the 49ers really need to focus their next few draft picks on that aren't always going to be first rounders because of Trey Lance and all that. The frustrating part about the defense was it seemed like they really couldn't get off the field. The Seahawks won the time of possession. That was a mix due to what's the word for like uh, um 49ers turnovers and everything else, right? But then penalties. Some are were ticky tacky. Some were like, why are you leading with your head? Like what I'm saying, like more discipline needs to be shown there, right? Then but here's the thing about for this defense, there was a lot of great performances. Aziz, right? Fred Warner was that, so he was LB1 this game, right? Had the mic in his head, right, or whatever is called, right? The head set helmet. And yeah, Greenlaw ain't getting that linebacker job back, starting linebacker job back. DJ Jones had himself a game, right? He always seems to be great against the Hawks, and not gonna lie, will be sad the 49ers can't re-sign him this offseason. Also, Bosa and Armstead had sacks this game, so good on them. Now let's talk special teams, right? It was a very frustrating game to watch from them. I know Trent Cannon got injured, hope for the best for him, scary moment, but then, main returner got injured. So they were using other guys. One guy muffed it. Brandon Ayuk came in after that, failed, botched the punt. I think it was. Just overall, 49ers never really had offense, never really had good field position this game, while Seahawks did because of the blunders the 49ers made on the returns, right? Then Robbie Gold missed a PAT, which was just a cherry on top for this special teams performance. Hightower needs to figure out what the heck went wrong these past 2 weeks. Even Kyle Shanahan has said that, right? So the 49ers have 5 games left. 2 of them are NFC teams, the rest are AFC, right? And it will be interesting to see what happens, right? Here's the thing: the Seahawks game could have just been an outlier, right? Seahawks are just a team that can play the 49ers well, right? That's how the NFC West is. 49ers on the Rams, Seahawks on the 49ers, Cardinals do whatever they want. Depends on the year, right? But here's the thing about it. There was no Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel is this team's MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, everything, right? But wait, no, actually, Trent Williams may be LPOI. Anyway, offensive weapon. Let's just say that. And he may come back during the Cincy game. Joe Burrow looks injured. Plus, they're returning for Warner's practicing Wednesday. So all you may see back up soon. Here's the thing about at this moment, everyone is panicking, right? It seems like 49ers fan base has an on and off switch of panic and not panic, or hate and not hate, right? And just these over emotional hot takes, right? But like currently, right? I feel good about this team, right? They still have a good chance of getting into playoffs due to that seventh seed and but the thing is, you need to keep winning against these NFC teams. Get all the tiebreakers you can, and then just make sure you have more AFC wins than the rest of the teams. That's a Booger McFarland logic right there, but it's the truth. Just win more, as much AFC games as possible, and yeah. But that will be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next video will probably be something about LSU. Don't know what yet, but I want to keep making that LSU content, but if you want, like, subscribe, follow the Twitter account, for up to date stuff. We're trying to reach 20 subscribers till by the end of the year. I honestly think if we keep, subscribing, making this content, we're gonna reach that. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video and see you guys next time.